minutes late just because we are hosting also the master class, and that just finished a couple of minutes ago. So we had to shift gears and be on our live here at 11 a.m. But we are super excited to be able to talk about how to safeguard yourself and your investments and safely invest in real estate investing with everything that has been going on in the market lately and all of that. And so I figured, why not teach them how and make sure they understand how to make this as safe as possible as well. So we are going to be talking about that, and then we're going to go into our weekly raffle. And so then we'll call your name, and if you are able to attend, email in within the first week after this, you will get your raffle sent to you at no cost, just as a thank you for being a part of it. Now, this is the last time this week that we are doing it this way. We are going to be switching it up for next week so that no matter if you're in the group or on any of our social media platforms, you are able to access just for being live. So this is going to start next week where anyone will get a chance, not just the ones that can comment the most. We are going to shift that up for next week where everyone will get a chance. That way, you guys can also be a part of the live. So we will be having that go on as well. And I just wanted to give that little bit of an announcement for everyone that's super excited about that. All right, Laura, are we ready to get going?
Yes,
Okay, let's
definitely. Okay, great. Okay, so today we're going to talk about smart investing. And one of the things that I see a lot with women, especially women when it comes to real estate, is that there is a lot of fear and there is a lot of doubt about around this topic. It has been traditionally kind of a man's world, when it comes to investing and real estate, especially. And that's one of the reasons that we decided to move more into this women's space as far as helping you get more confidence in investing. And I want to talk about that a little bit about before we get into some of the strategies and things of understanding about smart investing. I was actually talking to a student this morning, and she had a lot of fears and doubts. She couldn't really get going. And right now, she's doing amazing. She just closed 2 deals this month, and then she's out there. She's out there looking at our properties. She's really blossoming into this business. So I asked her, I said, what happened? What do you think happened from you struggling to be successful before and being what it is to today, which happened honestly overnight? And she said to me, honestly, she said, it was just going out there and going to attending different type of meetings, REIA meeting, being around the right people, and claiming the fact that I was an investor. Because he says, when I went to a REIA meeting and I said I just closed these 2 deals, and at the end of this meeting, people start coming to me and asking me, how did I do that? What did I do? Could I share with them? I felt like I was a celebrity. And that gave me confidence. They gave me, oh my gosh, I can do this. And like I said, yes, you just have to be 2 steps ahead of everybody else. But the confidence that she gained from doing those couple of deals, it's like she would have done 200 deals. So that's the thing. Taking action, going out there, being around the right people is going to raise your confidence. And then once you have that breakthrough, everything else is going to snowball. So I just wanted to throw in there because I just had this conversation with her a couple of hours ago. Now, so what are some of the tips that I suggest you do before you go out there and start investing, okay, in any business? But since we're talking about real estate, will be tailored more about real estate. But, this is about, first of all, educate yourself. One of the favorite quotes that I have is from Warren Buffett. It said, risk and fear come from not knowing what you're doing. So how do you know what you're doing? Educate. You need to have some knowledge of the business. Now, be careful. Don't get lost too much into the details. A lot of people say, well, I want to cross my T's and dot my I's before I even go out there and do it. That's not the right way either. Just know enough, put yourself into the action, but with some basic skills that you need to have. Okay. Then be very honest with yourself. Where are you financially right now? So one of the things we do when we have people coming into the real estate investing arena, students, we say you need to be really clear what strategy are you going to focus on. There is wholesaling, there's buy and hold, there are fix and flip. Those are the three main strategy. But what strategy are you really going to choose, right? And then be honest with yourself. Are you a beginner or have you done some deals? Do you have money set aside or don't you have any money set aside? And if you don't have money set aside, you know where to get money or you don't know where to get money, right? So all these things are very crucial. So that's what you need to know first before you go out and investing. And it's okay. You can be an investor, especially when it comes to real estate, even if you don't have any money. That's the beauty about the business. You can be an investor with no money, but you have to go a little different way about it. I was talking to another student yesterday, and she's like, well, I want to do fix and flips, but I don't have any money. So I was like, okay, so you have a couple options here. You can go ahead and borrow the money. Well, but I don't even have the 20%. So, okay. So then I said, you probably have to look for property where there is owner financing involved. And it might not be the best parts of town, but that's okay. It will get your foot in the door. Some of the first rentals that I bought and I did fix and flip were not in the best parts of town. But honestly, at the end of the day, they actually made me more money than anything else. So you do what you have to do if you don't have much money availability, but be very honest with yourself and where you are right now. Okay. So then you want to diversify your investments. One of the things I say about real estate, yes, you're going to focus on one strategy in the beginning, but soon enough, if you're going to do it, if you're interested in rentals, you're going to come across all these leads, but then some of them are not going to be good. You have your own criteria, what type of rentals you're looking for, right? So if they don't fit into your own mold, what are you going to do with the other leads? You're going to wholesale them, right? So you kind of diversify so you're not leaving money on the table. Then the other thing is do your due diligence. Now, when it comes to wholesaling, the good thing about wholesaling, you buy as is, you sell as is. So there is not much due diligence there on your side. That will be on your end buyers. But if you do buy and hold and fix and flip, you do need to do due diligence. Don't skimp on doing building inspections or running the title. Somebody else, one of the other students in the group the other day, she was like, oh, I came across this property and the seller wants to go ahead and just do a quick claim deed. I says, absolutely not. Never do that. Because the quick claim deed, you're going to assume all the responsibilities on that property. So you want to have a full-blown title search and see what's going on. Okay. So that's the thing you want to do. Just make sure that you know what you're buying. Because once you buy, that's your problem. Make sure you always get title insurance on the property. If you do wholesaling, there is what they call pass-through policies. There are other things you can do. But the thing is, you want title insurance because someday you're going to try to sell this property, or if you're flipping it, and something is going to come up and haunt you. For example, there was a lien that was filed, but it didn't stick to the property at the time it was sold before. Or there are errors on the title, on the legal description. I had a situation once where the legal description was messy. I thought I bought a whole building, was 4 units, had one door and 4 units. You assume you buy the whole building, right? So here we're doing the rehab and somebody knocks on the door and I realized I bought half the building. And the other half was under a different parcel because what happened is it was divided into 2 parcels at one point by this family. But the fact is, it wasn't the same building. So to make a long story short, I had title insurance and I was able to get that resolved. Okay. So that's the thing that you have to be careful about. There are things that can happen. So you want to make sure you have proper title insurance. The other thing is, analyzing deals. I know a lot of you have issue in analyzing deals. We just talked about this actually during the masterclass. That it's okay, if you use a private money lender, especially in the beginning of your career as a rehab or a landlord, they're going to check the numbers. They're going to make sure they loan you the money on a safe, quote unquote, investment. So they're going to check. They're not going to rely on your information or on your analysis of a deal. So that's great because you have a second set of eyes. If you have a contractor or several contractors that are going to look at the project, they're going to have their own set of eyes on it, right? So that's very important that you rely on that. And then, like I said, be in the right community and support. Find your team, find the people that you do, especially a lot of you have a belief in the system. You believe real estate. You love real estate. This is your passion. This is everything else, but it's probably nobody else around you. You might even have a spouse who is not supportive, or you have your family that say, what are you even thinking? So one of the things I says, you want to be around people that think like you. You can't force somebody. It's your dream. It's not their dream. Keep in mind that, and it's like, this is your dream. It's not their dream. And that's one of the things I heard a quote a few weeks ago that really stuck to me. And I keep saying this quote. It says, you're looking for support. You're not looking for permission, right? So that's the thing. It's your dream. Safeguard your dream. Believe in your dream. Believe in your goal. Go in a community that helps you, that nurture, that are with you. Don't ask for permission to somebody who doesn't understand what you're trying to do. Okay, so those are some of the things. Now let's go into a little bit of time management here. And Elizabeth, you want to add something? You just popped in.
No, go ahead. I was just going to come in for time management after you.
You like you pop in while I'm talking. I say, I want to add something to that.
No, you're okay.
Okay, so time management. One of the best thing I can say is this: we all have 24 hours in a day, right? We have 24. You have 24 hours. I have 24 hours. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have 24 hours. So what is the difference between us is what we do in these 24 hours. So the thing is that you want to do things that matter, that move the needle. That's priority. That's priority. That's number one. The things that are going to make you the money, the things that are going to get you closer to your whatever your goals, that take priority in my schedule. Okay. And so you say, yeah, well, I understand. A lot of you have 8 to 5 jobs and other commitments. But the thing is, we all have some time that we waste throughout the day. And the thing about it, at the end of the day, you will have to, let's say you want to shift after your corporate job, or you want to make more time, or you want to travel more, or whatever it is, then give priority to make that happen. So what I do is the evening before, I schedule what I'm going to do the following day. So, I use Trello as my organization tools. I use calendars. I go in and check the night before and mentally prepare myself and write down what I'm going to do the following day. And I always choose 3 things that are non-negotiable. I have to do these 3 things tomorrow. They're negotiable. Then I have a list of other ones that it'll be great if I can get around 1 or 2 of those, but the 3 things that are non-negotiable, period. And then with Trello, I move it to the next day if I can do it. So that's the thing. You want to make that the evening before, because if you do it the day of, you get caught into the madness of things. And then utilize your time properly. You can make phone calls on your commute to work or during lunch hour, or go out, sit in the car and do it. I did that. When I decided I was going to shift after corporate and raise, to real estate full time, and I had 3 small children, I did what I had to do because my vision, my goals were so important, and I wanted to focus in doing it. And I know I had to do certain things. So you create the schedule, you prioritize like the 3 must thing, non-negotiable things I have to do, and that's going to move to closer to the goal. Anchor yourself to the goal, whatever goal it is. I like to keep goals, achievable in the next 6 months to a year. I don't, yeah, of course, we all have goals a year, 5 years down the road, But the thing is right now, what is in the next year that I want to achieve? What are going to be the milestones? What are going to be the stepping stones to get to those milestones, to get to those goals? So that's very clear. You have to be clear. Who do you want to be? I was talking to a student this morning. I love talking to students. But this morning I said to her, who do you want to be? What is the ideal, I'm not saying her name. What would be this person do? What would you do? How do you see yourself being? What do you say yourself getting up in the morning and doing? What is your ideal day? Where are you going? What are you eating? Where do you want to travel to? What are you going to wear? Where are you going to live?
Now, can I jump in on this?
What?
Because I talked about this on Tuesday with the community, and I invited our masterclasses guest pass onto our student call. And I said this, I said, you have to envision your best day or your best week. What does that look like? Who is she? How does she stand up? And I have a friend that's kind of going through a bit of a struggle right now. And I told her the same thing, same day. I said, she's like, I don't even know where to begin to like envision my best day. And I said, well, or your best week. I said, what do you like to do? And start small. How do you like to wake up? How do you like to show up? What do you like to wear? Who do you act like? Because here's the thing, your safe investments are going to come from a confidence that you have from within, right? They are something that comes from a confidence. You being at your highest self is probably very confident. So you will invest and make bigger risks because you trust yourself. I tell the students all the time, I'm not scared to put things under contract. I'm not scared to flip if I needed to flip a property. My current house that I moved from is now all of a sudden turning into a rental. I'm not scared about it. It doesn't worry me. Why? Because I have that confidence within myself. And so the time management and the confidence comes into it. And Laura says something really important, non-negotiable. You have to do it. You have to make it non-negotiable. Would you call into your boss and say you're sick? No, you show up, right? And you go, even though you're not sick, you still show up. You don't call in every day to not show up for real estate. And that's something that will teach you and help with your investments as well.
That's important too. Is how you do something is how you do everything. One of the important thing that is um, that I heard one time is that we have 5 different areas in our life. From wealth, relationship, health, and so forth. And the thing is, we have to hold to ourselves in certain areas. We're really, really good, right? We're really good going to work and showing up for work. We're really good about, your relationship with your husband or significant other. You're really good in maybe in a couple of areas, but then, you eat fast food and you never go to the gym, or you don't manage your money properly, so there are other areas in your life that you're a mess. So the thing is, take those areas that you are really doing so well and kind of move this type of feeling, the type of behavior, the type of thing into the other areas. So that's why how you do something is how you do everything. And that's why it also builds the character and the commitment of a person, right? You know a lot about a person if you see consistency across the areas in their life. So that's one of the things that you have to also pay attention to about yourself. And so once you wrap your mind around who is, Laura, who is Liz, what does Liz want, what does Laura want, and you become very clear about that, how you see your life, developing or living, what excites you. You have to do something that excites you every single day, something you look forward to, whatever that is. Maybe it's gardening, maybe it's, going for a walk on a different trail, whatever it is, something that's like, oh, at the end of the day, I'm going to get to do that. Set small goals, but at the end of the day, you want to step into who you are. And then, like I said, as you do something, you do everything. Set yourself some parameters, what you're looking for as far as investments is how you do. Start with what you're comfortable. And once you go out there and break through, you do that first deal, that first investment, and I promise you, everything is going to snowball. You'll be at the right place at the right time. You're going to meet the right people, because it's more of an energy that shifts in the right directions because you make the commitment and the move for yourself. So I just want to share, we have an amazing PDF here that we put together that goes into this and much more. So make sure you comment here in the chat if you want us to give you that PDF, and we're going to make sure we reach out to you and give it to you. So comment here and put, what's the keyword, Liz?
Safeguard. Just comment you want the PDF. Just say you want the PDF. We'll make it way easier. Okay.
So I put that on the spot. But so comment there, and we're gonna get the PDF to you and make sure that you are you get that information. So Liz, what else you want to talk about?
Awesome. So we had a question that came in through Instagram. What is the best strategy to start as a brand new investor before you diversify?
This is a loaded question because, again, as I mentioned in the beginning, I tell you one thing: choose the strategy that you would love, that you're passionate about. Don't choose. First of all, that's the first thing. Don't choose something that you're saying, I was told I need to do this, but really I want to do that. Okay, there are 3 main strategies to real estate: wholesaling, buying, holding, fix, and flip. Okay, so, and we have a chart, and maybe if you also want to this chart, we can share with you. We have the chart that actually can help you choosing the right strategies. Okay, so PDF, if you want the PDF, comment that. Chart if you want the chart. But the thing is, this chart will help you. And there are certain questions you have to answer. It's kind of yes or no. type thing, but that will help you pinpoint where you are. And that goes about being honest with yourself and where you are, and then it will give you, okay, though, based on that, you should do that. That's something I created. So make sure you put that in the comment as well.
Great. While we wait for more questions to come in, I realize we are not going to be able to start the new raffle way next week because next week we aren't doing a live due to 4th of July. So what Laura and I are going to do is we're actually going to pre-record this video for you, and it's going to launch at 11 o'clock next Thursday. But we like to be honest and tell you it will not be a live through us because it will be 4th of July, and we are going to be celebrating with our families. So just keep in mind that next week's live is not a live. And so the new raffle way for those is we are going to take on all social media platforms. My team is going to monitor our lives, and we are going to take whoever is commenting and put them in a spinning wheel and announce it at the end of every live. This will start the following week after 4th of July. So when we call the raffle winner for next week's items, it will be because we had pulled it Wednesday. So it will be in addition to the video. So you might see an edit in the video. And I just like to be upfront and honest with my community so that you guys know. So we just wanted to say that. So let's go quickly into today's raffle. And then you are going to start commenting what questions you have about what we covered as well so that we can do that. But in the meantime, I would love to know how many of you would like to get a 3-week action plan that will show you exactly what you need to do to get from point A to point B. So we're going to talk about that. Laura, do you want to go on that before I go on the raffle? She just sent me a message, so I want to make sure it gets covered.
Yeah. So you have a lot of things to comment about. So you have the PDF that we're going to share with you about today's topic. If you do want the chart, we're going to send you actually the chart of how to choose your right strategy. So put chart for that. But also, how many of you would love to have the 3-week action plan? In order to get the 3-week action plan, you need to schedule a one-on-one consultation so we can talk with you and see what your background is, what you feel, what your goals are. What person do you want to be ideally? What are you looking for to do? Where are you now? And finally, what you feel like your roadblocks are. So it's a really one-on-one consultations to really dive deep into you so that we can better advise you on what to do the next step. And then after this consultation, you will receive your 3-week action plan. So they're going to post a link for you to go ahead and book your one-on-one consultation and receive your 3-week action plan. But it's one of the things I realized during also these consultations that you're going to find things out about yourself that you didn't even know. Okay. And that's one of the things. And I love to have these breakthroughs with you because a lot of time you come on this consultation and some ladies say, well, yeah, I want to leave a legacy for my children and this and that, which is great. But what is really moving you? And when I see them, that's why, I can see them that, oh my gosh, something that I said triggered it. Sometimes I see them if it's on Zoom. Sometimes I hear it's on the phone in their voice that there is something there. We touch the sore spot. So if anything, that would be good for us to have a conversation and see how you can be part of this community that is about women empowering other women, that we want to make a change. Because my thoughts are this is not going to be a men's world anymore. This is going to be a women's world. Real estate is going to be us. When I started in real estate back in 1987, I went to work for this lady up in Hawaii, Vi Dolman, and she hired only women to be agents. There were 75 agents in the South, and 74 were women, because she believed that women were better than men in real estate. She had only one man to deal with Japanese investors because of their culture, but all of them were women because she just believed that women are better. So let's make a change. Let's make a movement and be successful in the process.
Definitely. So now what we're going to do is go into our raffle. Hold on, I got to fix this. And we are going to see if I could get this to look better. That will be where it goes. We're going to go ahead and give this away. This is going to be for our top commenter of the week last week. And so this will go to her. What this is we are giving a $50 Visa gift card and the book, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, just for participating and being part of our community in the last week. And so this lucky winner, you have 1 week to claim. You have to email in to questions@realestateinvestingwomen.com, and you have 1 week to claim. So give me 1 second. I am just trying to find where my team, I lost the name. Where did it go? Hold on 1 second. There we go.
While you do that, let me see. Okay, one second. The book A Happy Pocket Full of Money actually was written by a real estate investor using the law of attractions and applied to real estate. So it's a very powerful book. I love that book. It's one of my favorites.
I read it for the first time this year. It was pretty phenomenal. Okay, so this lucky lady is Jessica Gonzalez. So Jessica, congratulations. You are our winner of this week's raffle. You have 1 week to email in to questions@realestateinvestingwomen.com and claim your prize. Okay, so let me hide this. And Laura, I don't see any other questions coming in. So how would you like to proceed?
I guess that's all we're going to do today, right? So, like I said, make sure you put in PDF the chart if you want to find out what strategy will be better for you. And don't forget to book the one-on-one consultation so we can get you to know more on a personal level and see and advise you the best way to be and proceed forward. And I always look at real estate as a tool to build the life that you want. Real estate is not end to itself, right? It's a tool to build the life that you want, to step into who you really are.
Definitely. All right, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We will not be live next week, but we are still going to be in the group. But if we do not speak to you before then, have a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. You will see a video from us come out at 11 o'clock on Thursday next week. We will also announce the raffle of the week. And then keep in mind, moving forward, the ones with the most comments on the lives, you guys will start getting entered into your own raffle, and we will announce it live while you're watching with you there. So it'll be a lot of fun. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a safe week.